Hello, everybody. This is Gynarchic Awakening. It's going to be a brief video. This was inspired, well, I hope it's a brief video. This was inspired by a comment on Twitter. Somebody asked some submissive men what their contributions to matriarchy were. So I thought I'd do something similar to that, or I'd not only, because I already responded to it on X, formerly known as Twitter. But I decided, hey, why not talk about my Gynarchic resume and ask other people what their resume is? In other words, what have they done for women and girls? What are they doing to support the Gynarchy community and so on? So, in other words, what's your Gynarchic resume? My resume includes uh, A, writing an entire book about over 200 pages long on my Gynarchic views, uh, or things that I would say are close enough to what I don't think I fleshed out entirely, but my ideas are in a book called The Feminist Movement is a Failure, a Gynarchist's Perspective. I have ideas about certain kinds of class curriculum, about socialization, cultural. I created cultural customs for that for the communities. In that book, there is a in-person Gynarchic community template. In other words, a template for how that it could inspire people to think about how a community could function and operate. So those the book contains a lot of the things I have done. But if we're talking about, let's say beyond the book, I have also made several videos on this channel related to topics about Gynarchy. I have, in particular, something more specific that still relates to this channel, but really is its own thing. Is I invented something called the Gynarchy Challenge that I have yet to complete because I've been looking for work and I've had other things on my plate. What the Gynarchy Challenge is, if you haven't already heard of that, is you use a minimal amount of effort to maximize learning. In other words, you don't try to dump a bunch of information into somebody else's head. You just give them some of the lexicon, and if they're reasonably intelligent people, which I find that most human beings are, they will type in the word and they'll make up their minds about what they think of it. So that is, and you can go and I have a playlist. You can go and see the ones I've got so far. You can see how the women and girls are reacting to me talking about this. Uh, that's more or less what I did there. I have also created something called the Gynarchic star system, although I have not shared that bit of information yet. That is that's something that is up and coming. That is what I intend to share with other people who are like me in private, so that they can decide, okay, is this good or bad, or how can this be used to build something that's more tailored to my interests and needs. So there's that also. Right now, sometime tonight, because I said I would start on the weekend, and I meant it literally. Around in about an hour and a half or so, I'm going to correct the problem with Discord, and based on the advice of a young submissive man on X on Twitter, somebody I consider a friend of mine. Been very supportive. Thank you so much for the idea. It's entirely his own, of creating just a bunch of separate groups in place of the threads, because there was a problem with the threads where they, like in some, he had to click on a certain link in order to get to it. Another user who lived in France, a gynarchist from France, could not access any of the links. It was very disturbing what was going on here. So what I'm going to try to do instead is that. So that's another thing that I'm about to get done. That would more or less be it. If we're, I mean, although I haven't done a lot of service because she just really, frankly, hasn't needed me for much, I suppose, or not in the mood or whatever. I have actually cleaned and served in person for a mistress in the past. I really don't think there's anything else. If there is, I don't know. But that's my Gynarchic resume. So, what is your Gynarchic resume? Uh, if you're a gynarchist or if you're somebody who is more pro women, leaning towards pro women, what are your contributions towards the gutter community or towards women and girls, however you want to put it? In other words, what is your I'm just going to say, let's just use Gynarchic resume and let that be let's let that be the umbrella for all of it that covers all of what I just mentioned. Anyways, I hope you have a great day. Take care, everybody. Peace out.